I want to talk about your worth today, and I'm going to do it while I'm folding laundry because I am a full-time mom and there's so much that needs to be done, and this is a good way to get it done. So I want to talk about, like, our worth isn't determined by what we're capable of doing or who we are. It's literally just like, if you're breathing, you're worthy and valuable, like, same thing in one. And every single person on this planet is worthy of anything that they want to be, do, and have. And I'm a firm believer that there's nothing that can take that away from you. There's nothing that can make you not worthy. So when you wake up and you're breathing, like, that's it. You're worthy. You are enough. You are capable of so much. And there's nothing that gets to determine that for you. The size of your body doesn't determine your worth. The GPA that you had in high school, your title at your job has nothing to do with your worth. And just being here, you are worthy. And I wish more people understood that, because I feel like a lot of us are holding ourselves back because we feel like we're not good enough for someone or something, like a job. You know, we get turned down and we're like, oh, yeah, I'm not good enough for that. And I don't believe that's true. If you get turned down for a job that you thought you wanted, I feel like it's just a redirection and the universe's way of showing you that there's something better out there for you. Same with, like, a vehicle. You know, if you want a certain vehicle and you get denied for that vehicle, there's something better out there for you. So when you're denied, it's not like this, you know, you're a bad person or, you know, you don't deserve this. It's just a redirection of there's something better for you. And, you know, a lot of times we get caught up in the denial or the, like, you were turned down, or the rejection. Rejection is redirection. And the more that you can look at it that way, the more that you can see things from a different perspective of, this isn't meant for me, the easier it is to continue on, you know, to move on in life. Life may seem difficult sometimes, but it's because we make it seem difficult. We turn nothing into something and blow it up as big as we can to match the story in our minds that we've been creating for such a long period of time. You know, we live in the programming that we've had for so many years, and we never question it. We're not like, you know, why am I thinking this way? We don't think about how it could be different. We're like, no, this is how it's been, so this is how it's going to be, and it'll forever be this way. And that's not true. And, you know, if someone in your life has made you feel like you deserve the worst, why were you friends with that person in the first place? Like, obviously we can't predict how people are going to treat us, but when that person shows their true colors or tells you those things, you know, question, why is this person saying this about me? You know, a lot of people make comments on my body, and I feel like the people that make the comments on my body are insecure about their body, because we don't say things about people that aren't within us. If you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, you're ugly, like, that's something that you need to work on yourself. Those people that you were connected to in the past that made you feel like you weren't enough, or even if it's family, you know, I am someone who doesn't really fit in a lot of places because I'm not meant to. I'm different, and that's okay. We all have our own differences, and it makes us unique, and it's to put us on the path that we're meant to take, you know? I feel like being an outcast, so to speak, has allowed me to find a way to enjoy being alone and enjoy being, like, spending time with myself. I know that one thing that I have gained from being alone so much is this. This is me literally speaking to myself and just recording it on video for others to hear what comes through my mind, because there's a lot of valuable stuff, and a lot of times I have no idea what I'm going to say when it comes to mind. But if I would stop myself and listen to those things that I heard when I was younger, you know, a lot of people, they're like, you're talking too much, or you're too loud, or, you know, nobody ever told me that they didn't want to hear what I had to say, but their actions, like I would start talking and people would speak over me and they would change the subject. So I'm like, okay, you know, I created a story in my mind that what I had to say wasn't valuable, and in turn it turned into, you know, you aren't valuable, I'm not valuable. And that's simply not true. It's just a story that I created. Nobody has ever straight up to my face said, I don't want to hear what you have to say. No one has ever told me that I'm not valuable. But because I have been treated in a way, it makes me feel like people don't care what I have to say. So when I wrote my book, I was like, nobody's going to want to read this anyway. And there have been situations that have confirmed that. Like, there are a lot of people that won't read it, and that's okay. But there are a lot of people that probably will read it. And the ones that do read it, they're like, Tamara, this has truly impacted me. I'm someone that's been through this as well, and I feel like I couldn't speak up about it. So thank you for speaking up about it. Thank you for saying the things that I couldn't say. So I will forever be that voice for the people that feel like they can't say what they need to say. You know, I wasn't sure where I wanted this video to go, and I wasn't sure what I really wanted to say, but I want to make sure that you understand your worth is not connected to who you are being. It's not connected to how you look. It's not connected to anything on the outside. You're valuable right now as you are. And what you have to say is important. Your story is important. And someone out there needs to know what you've been through, because they're going through it right now and they don't feel like they can survive it. They don't feel like they can make it out on the other end. But you've made it. You have come out of the other end better than you were when you went in. And they need to hear that. They need to know that it's going to be okay. We can tell people, you know, everything works out in the end. But when they don't see it happening in other people's lives, they feel alone and they feel like they're never going to make it out to the other side. So your story is important. Your story is valuable. You are valuable. It's time to share your story. If up until this point you have felt like you were not enough for the right partner, for the right job, for whatever it is that you feel like you're not good enough for, I want to let you know that that's not true. Why would you be here if you weren't meant to live the best life ever? Like, do you really think that we were put here to live a mediocre life? Like, you can define your, you know, ideal life however you want it to be. My ideal life is being at home with my kids and being able to fold laundry it's maybe 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, you know, and, you know, in the summer, it's being able to do what I need to do at home. I have a sick kid today. That's why I'm doing this while I'm doing laundry, because I can hear him and he's right outside my door. We get to live the life of our dreams. The life of our dreams is whatever we want it to be. If the life of your dreams is going to work, going to a job that you love, or, you know, sleeping in till 10 on a Wednesday and going to a job at night, or working online, whatever it is for you. And I talked a lot about work, but your dream life can be anything that you want it to be. And as long as you're taking the steps that you want to, doing the things that you want to, I'm a firm believer that we should never regret the actions that we took in a day. We should never be to a point to where we have to decide whether, you know, like for me, when I was working at a factory, I chose work, I chose my job over my child, and now I have a 7-year-old who hates the doctor because he would go in for his vaccines. Every time we went into the doctor, he had to get shots. So now he hates going into the doctor because he thinks that he's going to get hurt every time. But it was because, you know, I didn't get off work till 4:30 every day, and the doctor's office closed at 4:30. So in order to make appointments for him, I would have to call out of work. And when you work at a place like that, they give you points for the days that you miss. And when you have 3 points, you get fired. So I put my work over my child's health. And looking back, I'm like, that wasn't the best decision, you know, and I don't regret working, but it's one of those things that makes me look into the future. And I'm like, I will never, ever live that way again. I will never be to a point to where I have to put my job or anything else over my child's health. Never, you know, and when you look back at your past, what are some of the things that you did that you're like, oh, I really don't want to do that again. You know, if we don't make changes, the past will repeat itself. If we don't sit down and evaluate how we're living or how we were living and shift it, we will constantly be living in that way of being. So we'll look back in 5 years and be like, that was terrible. And now we're living it again. I know this might sound like gibberish, but we should be reevaluating our life often. For me, it's every 3 to 6 months because I want to make sure that I'm constantly on the path that I want to be on and not get sidetracked from where I'm going. I have dreams, I have goals, I have big plans for my future, and if I get derailed from that plan, I'm not going to be able to fulfill those, and I'm not going to be able to provide the future that I want for my kids and my grandkids and their kids, you know, and so on and so forth. So I want to make sure at every moment that I'm on the path that I want to be on, because everything is possible for me. Everything is possible for us. We get to do big things. We get to have success in whatever way that looks for us. Success for me yesterday was taking my kids to wrestling practice. Success for me today is being home with my youngest because he's sick and I can fold laundry while he's resting. Like, success looks different all the time. But to me, the ultimate definition of success is progress towards the ultimate goal. I get to be with my kids, and I get to take care of my house, and I get to do the things that I want to do. I get to choose every single day what I'm going to do for the day. Like, I don't have to fold laundry today. I could easily do something else. I could go wash dishes, or I could sit and watch TV with my kid while he's sick. But I choose to do laundry. In reality, the overall goal in life is being able to choose what you want to do. We get to choose, and you know, there are reactions for our actions. So I want to make sure that, you know, in my life, what I'm doing is bettering myself and bettering the life of my children and making life easier for those around me. And I'm more focused on myself and what I can do to take care of myself and to take care of my mind and my heart and my body, so that when I take care of others, it's not draining for me. Because a lot of people, they're spending so much time focused on taking care of others that they lose sight of themselves and their own health, and then they're the ones that are sick. And it's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to take care of yourself first and give yourself the proper care that you need. It's essential to put yourself first. Because the better that you take care of yourself, the more that you take care of yourself and your health, the better you can take care of others around you. If your health is struggling, you can't take care of others. And you'll be forced to rest. Like, I had a time where I felt like I needed to rest. That's wet. I felt like I needed to rest, and I did not. I avoided it because I was like, I have so much that I need to do. And then I tried to take the trash out, and I slipped down the stairs and twisted my ankle and could not walk on it for 2 weeks. So I was forced to rest. And after that, I was like, okay, fine. I will sit and I will take care of myself. I've been piecing this video together, and I considered throwing the whole thing out because I ramble a lot and I say a lot of things that come to mind and they don't really mesh together. But in the sense of allowing myself to be a beginner, I'm keeping this video, and I just want it to be a message of, you know, you are capable, you are worthy, you are valuable enough to be, do, and have everything that you want in this life. And even if you're not perfect, like, there's not a single person that's perfect, you know. I believe that perfect is an illusion. So I'm allowing myself to be a beginner, and I want to encourage you to be a beginner as well. If you get nothing out of this video, let it be that it's okay to be a beginner, and you're worthy of it all. You always have been, and you always will be. Life is so short, and people say that all the time, and it doesn't click until you get to a moment where you realize, you know, this could have been the end. Or you lose someone in your life, and you're like, they were only this age. You know, they only got to live such a short amount of time. And my goal is to help you embrace every minute of your life. We spend so much time overthinking. I got into my head with this video, and I was like, I'm all over the place. It doesn't even make sense. And there's so many golden nuggets that I was able to say in this that if I deleted it, I'd be doing everyone a disservice. The people that need it will receive, you know, if you're listening to this and you've received something out of it, share your takeaway in the comments below, because we all have something to say. We all have things that we've been through, and we all want to tell people, like, don't give up. We always want to tell people, you know, the things that we wish we would have heard throughout our lives, but we don't, because someone somewhere told us that what we had to say wasn't important, or they made us feel like what we had to say wasn't important. And I know that there'll be people that watch this and are like, Jesus, woman, get to the point. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm a beginner, and I'm allowing myself to take messy action, because the only thing that gets us to where we want to go in life is action. Thinking about things constantly will not get us to where we want to go. And, you know, when we get stuck in the overthinking wheel, sometimes it just takes the moment to sit down and just do something. I created a free ebook called Create Small Wins and Reap Big Rewards, because when we notice the wins, like today, you know, folding laundry, that's a win for me. Taking care of my sick child, that's a win. Like, being able to be home with him and taking care of him, I created that, and I'm going to celebrate it. And the more that you celebrate the small things, the things that seem small in the moment, the more you'll be able to see that this is all part of a big picture. I have been creating this business for the last 8 months, I think now, and there are times where I look at it, I'm like, what am I even doing? Is this even worth it? Am I wasting my time? But then, like, puzzle pieces fall together, and I'm like, oh, that's why I created this. And I'm allowing myself to create, like, I created a program first, and now it's not the first program that I want people in. I have other things that I want people to experience first before they're in that program. But I had to create that program to be able to see these other pieces that needed to be created as well. And then I have a bigger program, you know, like, we create things as they come up and allow them to be enough for right now. This video is enough for what it needs to be. I wanted these 20 minutes with Tamara to just be me speaking and saying whatever comes to mind. And that's what I'm going to allow it to be. This one's going to have a little bit of editing because I had to do some extra pieces of videos to make sure that my phone had enough storage, and also to take care of my kid in between. But I just want to let it be what it is, and I want to reiterate the fact that I am enough as I am, and this video is enough as it is, and anything that I do is enough. You know, anything that you do is enough. The effort that you put forth, you know, showing up, waking up, being present. Someone said something the other day about not being able to provide for her family the way that she was, and she's got time off because she's had surgery and she can only do light work. She's a nurse, and I'm someone that I was financially supporting my family as well, and now it's not as much as it was, and it feels weird. But I'm also noticing how much I do as a mom. Moms do a heck of a lot, and even if it's not like physical labor, moms carry the mental weight of everything. I think about the bills that are constantly due. I think about, you know, when the next bill is due, what the next meal is going to be, and how I can get this housework done, and how I can take care of my kids, and what they need to do today and tomorrow and the next day and every single day after that. So let what you do be enough. Let who you are be enough. Sit down and ask yourself, like, how do I show up in this world? Are you showing up in the sense of like, oh, it's just another day, like, yay? Or are you like, holy crap, I get another day. Like, I get to experience another day. I get to, you know, whatever it is. You get to be home. You get to take care of yourself for a little bit longer. You know, that one that's currently not working because she's got health stuff going on. Soak up every single moment that you're not at work. Society tells us that if you're not doing the hard work, if you're not making money, you're not worth anything. And that's just not true. Our value is not connected to anything external. My value is not connected to the views that I get on YouTube or the posts that I make on social media or anything external. Our value is, it just is. We are valuable because we are. We are enough because we are. I wrote a book about it. I am enough because I say I am. And it's something that I will reiterate over and over and over and over again, because I want people to see, I want you to see, you are valuable because you are. It has nothing to do with what you do in this world. It has nothing to do with where you work or what you drive or where you live or who you associate with. You are enough because you are. If you've watched this far, comment, I am enough because I say I am, below. I feel complete with this message today. So I want to leave it at this. You are enough because you are, and nothing that you do can make you more valuable. Like, you are enough, and it's just enough as it is. You don't have to gain more value. You don't have to, it's not a measurement. It's a declaration that says, I am enough right now as I am, and I can be, do, and have anything that I want in this life. Because I am me. You are the only you on this planet. You have a unique story. You have a unique life. Everything that you do, you fold your clothes the way that you fold your clothes. And it's different than the way other people fold their clothes. You make your meals different than everybody else. It's because you're you. You are you, and that is valuable. We need you. You're a part of the bigger picture. You are one of the puzzle pieces. Your unique fit can't be replaced by someone else's fit. You are valuable. You are enough right now to be, do, and have anything that you want in this life. Take care of yourself first. Put your priorities at the top of your list. Because no one else can take care of you. No one knows what you need besides you. You are enough because you say you are. Make that declaration today and start showing up as the version of you that knows that they're enough. That job that denied you, the rejection leads to redirection. There's something better for you. The vehicle, there's something better. The house, there's something better. The relationship, there's something better. Are you open to seeing what's better for you? Are you open to seeing the rejection as the redirection? You can be mad about it. That's okay. And don't stay there. Pick yourself back up. Pat yourself on the back. I got this. Keep moving forward. Life is so short. Take care of yourself first. Take care of your needs. Go after what you want. And stop overthinking. If you want the ebook to create small wins and reap big rewards, it's in the description below. Grab your copy and start making small wins. That's all I got. I'll see you on the next video.